Hi everyone, welcome to our very first pilot episode today. So, kicking off the episode, I think we'll be starting with something very close to heart as Malaysians, which is food itself. So, being in Malaysia, there's so much choices of food, right? So, with so much food cultures being available here in Malaysia, I think I find it tough to actually balance out what should we eat when we're looking for a more balanced, healthy diet. So I think there's no better to ask with our two dietitians here with us today. So welcome both Gayan and also Vanessa here. Hi. So
Hi.
thank you for coming on to this show. So just wondering if you could help us clarify, some things that a lot of us may feel the same way, that with so much food being around us, what should we be eating to maintain a more balanced diet in our daily life?
Yeah, I believe that, in Malaysia, we are food heaven. So, yes, you're not alone. So, I mean, like a Malaysian, I do love food. So, many people feel it's very complicated where, as we want to practice a healthy diet, what we should choose, in terms of in your workplace, in our daily life. But the good news is, thanks for having us here so that we can help you to clear your minds up. To answer a few of your question, or maybe to all of you who have any questions. So feel free to comment below. Yeah.
Thank you, Gayan. I think the first question that all of us would have is actually something that really is a staple in our daily life, which is rice itself. So we've heard our mothers or even grandmothers, just family around us, have been saying, oh, I opt for brown rice just because it's healthier than white rice. So is that actually true? Should we actually be eating just brown rice? But what about white rice? Because sometimes we take into considerations of cost as well.
Yeah, so I would say that, there's so many options out there, or even grandma telling you, hey, eat less white rice, or maybe you opt for a better choice. But I believe that brown rice definitely is more nutritious in terms of the outer layer. It contains more fiber and vitamins as well. But if let's say you are saying to go to an economy rice shop, so you ask uncle, do you have brown rice? So of course, uncle is not going to say to you that, yes, I do have brown rice. I say, unfortunately in Malaysia, yes, cost is an issue. So of course I will say portion is a key. So even when you opt for white rice, you just go for a moderate amount, which is usually we'll use your fist size. This is the size per serving. Yes, when you go for your meal and everything lah. So definitely skipping your staple food in terms of rice. I would say you got many other options out there. And then as dietitian, we always say, if let's say you didn't opt for rice, you can opt for noodles, you can opt for other carbs option as well.
Understand. But there is another option available nowadays. It's called quinoa rice. Could that be potentially a replacement for people that are not so keen on taking rice?
Yes, definitely. I think quinoa is actually a low carbs, high protein option. But of course, the preparation time you have to take into consideration, and also, the costing as well. But if let's say you're looking in terms of long term, you want to have more healthier choice variety, quinoa is of course is a good choice if you like the texture. Yeah. So I think why not? Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I think that really covers it all up, because I think rice is a staple that we really can't avoid every day, and knowing that portion control is something good to actually look at how to control our rice for a balanced diet is actually something that is good insight. Right.
Yeah.
So thank you. I think we'll move on to the next question now. So regularly, right? Let's say when after maybe before a meal at like 10, 11 a.m., then sometimes you just have that craving for a drink and you want something a bit healthier. So is it right that I reach out to a fruit juice compared to, let's say, whole fruits? Would that be the same?
Okay, a lot of people get misconception. People think that, okay, fruits, healthy. That's why a lot of our parents like to drink fruit juice lah. My mom included lah. She will juice like 5 apple, 4 carrot, and the list goes on and on lah. Okay, but when you think about the portion size, are we able to eat 5 apples? Are we able to eat 4 carrots in one sitting? So usually juices is all condensed into, let's say, 1 bottle of juice. The portion is high, and of course, in terms of, let's say, fruit sugar inside that 1 bottle of juice, it will definitely be higher lah. So of course, we do advise our patients, whoever comes to us who has this, fruit juice is healthy, but we'll usually encourage them, why not just eat the whole fruit, you eat the whole fruit, you get the fiber that is intact, not just only the fruit sugar, including all the vitamins and minerals lah. So I would say whole fruit, better choice, and also it gives you that satisfaction of eating rather than drinking lah.
It's like a small snack that you kind of
exactly,
chew on,
exactly,
right?
yeah.
But what if it's not store-bought fruit juice? So let's say I juice it myself at home. Let's say I really do buy like 6 oranges and I juice it all by myself, would that be any different than actually eating the fruit itself?
Of course, because you will be eating, let's say, 6 oranges in one go lah. Yes. So, if you want to try, you can try, but I wouldn't advise lah, because in a sense, you'll be overeating 6 oranges in one day. Usually for fruits, we encourage 2 servings a day lah. So usually in the juice form, it's very easy to overconsume without, let's say, the fiber and in a sense, the joy of eating fruits lah.
Yeah, and I guess there's a lot of misconception going around that more of what we think is healthy is actually good for us, but then it leads to overconsumption lah. Okay, that's great. I think because also, when you get hungry during nighttime, then you want to like reach out for a midnight snack so badly, right? And you want like a healthier option for it, I guess you could reach out for a freshly cut fruit lah. So moving on next, right? Because sometimes we get so busy and we tend to get so caught up in our work and we will eventually miss 1 or 2 meals, full meals that we're talking about. So is it okay that we just skip those meals and go for small snacks just to replace the meals?
Yeah, I would say that, as a working adult, sometimes we do have a lot of workload meeting to meet the deadline as well. So skipping a meal and to replace with a snack is actually not the ideal way to do so. I think, but of course, you can just opt for the other choice whereby if let's say you could go for a snack, you can consider liquid meal drink that is actually another convenient way for you. But if let's say you just saying that I skip my main meal, for example, like economy rice, then I just replace with Snicker bars. Of course, this is not going to sustain your energy in over long run. So I know that, you do have a lot of stress already. Your brain needs energy. Sometimes you try to feed your brain in order to focus on work. So sometimes we do want, in your hectic schedule, because your boss schedule lunchtime for you. So I guess you have to squeeze even 10 or 20 minutes, just to get your lunch or quick fix.
Yes.
Or maybe some tips for you guys. Maybe you want to pre-order your lunch or sometimes go to bento, then the meal delivered to you, then maybe you want to reheat after that. Yeah, so this is some of the strategy on it lah. Sometimes when you're stressed, over a long run, it's not good that you keep, starving yourself and then just go for a small light snack. Eventually, your immunity get low. So yeah, so this is the consequences that we don't want, Yeah.
When we talk about meal replacement, right, there's like shakes for meal replacements. So in the long run, let's say I'm someone that is really tight on time every day, can I really just take a meal replacement for my lunch and be done with it? Because I can really be drinking it in the car on the go and that can be considered my lunch. But let's say for the long run, right, would I be missing out on any nutritional benefits from eating whole foods?
Yeah, so I think in our workplace as well. So I do see some of our colleagues like just drinking a shake, this and that. But to a dietitian, is very particular that when you claim your product is a meal replacement. So my next question to you is it a complete and balanced nutrition? So when you want to claim a meal replacement, so make sure that the product that you're choosing is complete and balanced, so that you get all the vitamins, all the minerals, and all your energy, carbs, proteins, and fats. So all in one. So if let's say your meal replacement is just to get a protein shake and then just claim that one as your meal, I would say it's not complete, it's not so ideal. Maybe 1 or 2 weeks is fine. But if let's say imagine you're consuming over 3 to 6 months, so end up your blood test telling you that hey, you're having these vitamins or vitamin deficiency. Yeah, so for us, we are very particular on, the product labeling. So do find us,
Yes, I think you would really be the best person to actually go to just to ask, clarify some of the few things that if you're not sure, then there's always someone that you can rely on lah. So moving on, I think it's a question for myself actually. As someone who is always rushing, I find myself having to skip breakfast, but I really don't want to. So I always grab a quick bite for myself, which is always a coffee and maybe a bun, a bagel. So I know that may not be very beneficial. Nutrition wise, I don't think that's very beneficial in the long run. But what should I actually choose in the morning for someone that is always rushing actually?
Okay, so usually our goal is to make sure that all your main meals, meaning breakfast, lunch, dinner, balanced. It is balanced with, of course, our carbs, protein, of course, your fiber, fruit and vegetables, and also some healthy fats, not to forget that. And if you want to add on your coffee, we are fine with it. We are not anti-coffee. All of us also, I'm pretty sure, drink coffee lah. So for your example, you have grab a bagel or a bun in the morning. So you meet, of course, your carbs. So whether it's you want to have more fiber, go for a whole grain bagel, that would be even better. But a normal bagel is also fine by us. So then you will look at what you're missing. So what you're missing next, of course, is the protein. So of course, to make your bagel better, you can add some egg or maybe a tuna spread. Then of course, the next will be your fiber, which is your fruit and vegetable. You can add some, cherry tomatoes, or you can pair with a fruit. And of course, not to forget some healthy fats lah. So it's either, if your tuna spread, you can have it with a bit of olive oil, or even if butter. But of course, portion control is important here lah. So that's how we make your bagel complete. And to top it all off is your coffee lah. Yeah, so that's how we make a balanced diet lah.
That's good, because one of my bad habits is actually just drinking coffee on a very empty stomach, and I really don't think I should be doing that, right?
It depends on people's tolerance, but coffee is definitely on the acidic side. So if you are on an empty stomach already, so if something acidic goes in, it may sort of make it discomfort a bit, trigger something a bit lah. So of course, not advisable. So best is to have a proper breakfast lah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. That's so good to know that I can still have like my cup of coffee and a bagel. Maybe I just order like a filled bagel with different fillings, maybe, chicken ham, then you get some lettuce in, tomatoes, as you mentioned. Yeah, so I think that's great actually. Thank you so much, Guyan and Vanessa. I think whatever you shared today has been really insightful for all of us to know, and I think these tips will really help in our daily lives lah. So I'll pass it over to you.
Thank you for having us. So I hope that every one of you learned something, that diet is not very hard. All you just need to be is a balanced diet and everything in moderation, and also have a variety.
Yeah, so I guess, healthy eating can be fun and enjoyable. And just to remember to complete your bagel with your protein side. And
Yes, definitely.
yeah, with your coffee, I guess. Yeah. Thanks for having us. Yeah.
Thank you so much, guys. Thank you, Vanessa, for sharing about fruit juices and eating the whole fruit itself. I don't think I will be able to eat 6 oranges in one go, and as you said, overconsumption already. So I think that actually, satisfying your snack itself, your craving for a snack is actually a good way to actually just go for fruits lah. So thank you so much today. So we will end the talk today, brought to you by Spill the Health. Real talk, real health. Thank you.